Hey friends, I'm wearing a different pair of glasses today because I got some Warby Parker at-home try-ons that I wanted to try on, and I thought I would put on a different pair today to see how I liked how it looked on my face. And so far I'm having a good time. Today's video is going to be another rant because I have something else to rant about. I have thoughts. So the VMAs are coming up this weekend, the MTV Video Music Awards. For some reason, I did not realize that Andrew Cuomo had given MTV the go-ahead to actually hold an event in New York for the VMAs. He, I guess, gave that approval at the end of June. Shows how much I was paying attention. But news came out this week that the celebrities attending and performing the event would not be held to the same 2-week quarantine standard that regular citizens are going to be held to, basically so that they can protect themselves and protect everybody else they come into contact with, because a lot of these people are coming in from California where they've been having the worst outbreaks. So, you know, just celebrities, am I right? So I saw this and I was confused, pissed off, confused again, and then just started to wonder,
wait,
who is even performing at the VMAs? I used to watch MTV back in the day when MTV still held some semblance of like credibility based on their name, music television, and then they just turned into like reality show fodder. And I remember Carson Daly, Caduce, Damian Fahey, John Norris, Kurt Loder, Lala. I used to be a fan of MTV back in the day, and then I grew up and MTV decided to not give a shit about music anymore. So, you know, things change. The fact that they're still doing the VMAs is kind of funny because like I posted something about it on Twitter and one of my followers was like,
the VMAs haven't been relevant for 10 years.
Like, why do they even bother? Like, who cares? Like, thinking about award shows, you have the Grammys, which are kind of a joke now. You have the Billboard Music Awards, which is solely based on sales. And then you have the American Music Awards, which are based on votes. Like, you have, it's similar to the VMAs in that, like, people just end up voting for stuff. It's not based on any sort of, like, creative merit by any means. But, like, the Grammys have been a joke for a long time. Like, I remember the first time I saw the Grammys as something that was irrelevant when they nominated for the Silver Sun Pickups for like Best New Artist, and like they had just released their second album. I'm like, they put out the first album, like Lazy Eye is like a 4-year-old song. Like, shut up, Grammys. They are not new. Sorry, side tangent. Basically, music award shows are irrelevant these days. All it is for performances. That's all people watch it for. People don't care who wins things. And we all pretty much know now that like award shows themselves are very self-congratulatory. It's a very masturbatory practice where rich people are giving other rich people awards for something, for selling a lot of records and for being famous. Like, it's a popularity contest. It's not about the art. So I looked at the list of artists nominated for things and I didn't know who most of them are. I'm so checked out of pop music that I'm like, who is this? Who? Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande had a song together this year?
Okay.
And then I looked at the list of artists performing and I was so fucking angry. Like, when I talk about music, when I talk about my love for music and how much music means to me, I'm not talking about people like Ariana Grande and The Weeknd and Taylor Swift. I don't give a fuck about any of those people. Sorry, not sorry. None of the people nominated for things need to perform right now, okay? So, like, Best New Artist, you have Doja Cat, Louis Capaldi, and then Youngblood. Best Group, 5 Seconds of Summer, The 1975, Blackpink, BTS, Chloe and Hailey, Cinco, Little Mix, Monsta X, Now United, and 21 Pilots. Okay. At least the Grammys have like more specific categories, but these are just always a joke. So Video of the Year, we have Eminem, Future and Drake, Billie Eilish, Lady Gaga with Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, and The Weeknd. Again, the same people nominated for all of the things. Let me go to Best Rock and Alternative. That's where I really get pissed off because I was like, no, MTV, you do not have the authority on this anymore. Shut the fuck up. Best Rock, Blink-182. Without Tom DeLonge, it's not the same band. Sorry. Coldplay. Evanescence apparently still makes music. Fall Out Boy. Green Day. And The Killers. What year is it? I'm sorry. I mean, at least they didn't nominate like the Lumineers for Best Rock. That happened one year and I was like, excuse you, huh? Best Alternative, 1975. All Time Low. Phineas. Lana Del Rey, Machine Gun Kelly, that song's bop, not gonna lie, and the 21 Pilots, who I can't stand. Like, I'm not gonna spend this entire video roasting VMA nominees because, like, literally I don't care, but The point is that I don't think a lot of people care. I don't think a lot of people care. The fact that I had the first response to my tweet was that the VMAs haven't been relevant for over a decade says a lot. And then so the people performing, you have the Black Eyed Peas, Chloe and Haley, Cinco, DaBaby, Doja Cat, Jack Harlow. Wait, what? There's more people that got added? Louis Capaldi? No, Machine Gun Kelly. Why? Miley Cyrus, whoever the heck Tate McRae is, The Weeknd, Lady Gaga, BTS, Ariana Grande, and Doja Cat. And Maluma. Yeah, I know maybe half of these people. We don't need award shows right now. What the United States doesn't need right now is an award show where rich people just give other rich people awards. I don't need that. Do you need that?
Don't need it, not gonna watch it.
What the world needs now is not this. We don't need The Weeknd and Miley Cyrus performing. Miley Cyrus really pissed me off because, like, she was doing her own talk show from home, like a quarantine talk show, and I was like, Miley, you've been taking this seriously. Why are you doing this now? Stop it. So you have all these people giving awards to each other. Awards, popularity, superlatives. But on top of all of that, on top of the, like, lack of actually needing this in the first place, you have people flying into New York and traveling into New York, into Brooklyn specifically, where they're having this at an outdoor venue. They're having this at an outdoor venue in Brooklyn, which New York City was hit really fucking hard a couple of months ago. So, like, they're still recovering from this stuff. So, like, we don't really need to be having, like, a big events, having people, famous people from California coming into town to perform for God knows why. They said they're not going to have a crowd. There's not going to be, like, an audience besides the other celebrities there. And they're going to be following social distancing guidelines and wearing masks and stuff. But I don't know. I don't trust anybody. Seeing that Governor Andrew Cuomo, the person that was pretty vocal about taking positions and vocal about actually, like, tackling this pandemic head on and actually, like, doing things that would prevent stuff, like actually, like, taking the initiative to, like, protect people. So this man that was like a beacon of hope for a lot of people for a while has been bending the rules for celebrities to be able to come perform at this stupid award show that nobody gives a shit about. So it just proves that the rules are different for celebrities than they are for regular people. Celebrities, they don't have to social distance. They don't have to quarantine for 2 weeks when they come to New York. Oh, they're fine. I'm sorry. Taylor Swift is not immune to coronavirus because she had a hit. Why do they need to have a live event? Why do they need to bring the people to a stage, to a centralized stage, and bring people from out of state to attend and perform at this event? If they wanted to have a VMAs, if they wanted to have an award show that they actually aired on MTV and had performances from artists nominated for things, there are so many other ways that they could have done this that them taking the, like, lazy way of just holding an event for people to come perform at, to fly into and then leave, proves that MTV has, like, zero initiative or creativity or actually, like, innovation. They haven't been innovative for over a decade, so, you know, I don't expect anything more from them. Literally, like, talk shows, like late night talk shows have been doing things from home for months. Saturday Night Live did stuff for months from home. American Idol sent gear to regular ass kids at their homes to record live. The DNC held a flawlessly produced, socially distanced, remote Zoom-esque convention. Like, the people producing the DNC did that without any major fuck-ups for the first time. The fact that everybody else who's been putting on these produced events have been doing it responsibly and have been doing it creatively and have been doing it using the technology that is available to us right now proves that MTV doesn't give a fuck. Knowing all these people who are coming from out of town, you have some people who probably live in New York, but then you have people who probably live in LA and record in LA, people who record in Nashville, people who record in Atlanta, people who record in Chicago. You have all these people coming from around the country, or like around the world, like in the case of BTS. I don't know why they couldn't have just recorded their performances in their home studios and then either had it broadcast live or just performed and then sent the video and then they just played it live. Like, you don't have to do it the old-fashioned way. It's 2020. Nobody's doing anything the old-fashioned way right now. Everybody's doing things in a different way. I'm sure that these people have production teams and video teams that work with them on things all the time. Like, you don't need to travel to New York City and have a crew of people have to assemble a stage for these people to perform on. It'd be way more interesting to see people performing in their home. Am I the only one? Am I the only anyone who thinks that that would be way more cool to see. Like to see like where people record things and where people write their stuff and just like see the different locations. Like that's way more cool than some big produced stage production thing outside. It's not just the performers or the audience that are going to be at risk here attending this event. The people who are going to have to actually like build all the sets, build everything, do the lighting, do the sound, everybody who's actually working on the production, those are the people that are going to be the most at risk because they're the ones that are not going to be so visible all the time. And those are the people that are going to have to be doing their jobs regardless of how other people are acting around them. And they're the ones that are going to get the short end of the stick in all of this because they're not the ones that are making millions of dollars a year on music. So it's really frustrating as somebody who knows a lot of people who work in like live sound and in production and in video. It's like, how do those people feel about this? How do those people feel about MTV actually deciding to hold a physical in-person event, even if it's outside? The safest way to do it is just to do it from different places, is just to do it the same way that every other show has been producing anything this year. The only person I can think of who, well, Jimmy Fallon went back to the studio for like a crowdless version of the show. Conan has been shooting a crowdless version of his show. Eddie Burback actually did a great video about talk shows and about how they've adapted to things. I highly recommend it. I love Eddie. You have all of these talk show people who have been able to adapt to things and been able to make content in the time of coronavirus. And yet MTV, which has been around for a long ass time, isn't even trying to do any of that. Like, it's total bullshit. It's bullshit that they think that this is a good idea and that they think that this is worth the risk, because these are not the people performing at this event and the people attending this event and getting awards at this event are not the people who've been struggling right now. I get particularly mad because these are all people who are totally fine right now without touring. These are people who are making loads of money. They're getting all these things that they would be getting regardless of coronavirus. Like they're doing fine. They're not struggling. So seeing these like rich and powerful popular pop artists flaunting the fact that they're rich and powerful and get to skirt by the rules when actual touring musicians who've been struggling to make ends meet at all because they haven't been able to tour, when those are the people who are out like hurting, it really pisses me off because MTV doesn't care about music anymore. They just care about popularity. Like, I don't care about how many awards Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga are gonna win for that music video that they made that was in front of a green screen the whole time. I don't care about that. I don't care how many awards The Weeknd is gonna win for his album where he just has like a bloodied beat up face on it. I don't care. I used to be much more of a music snob when it came to this shit, when it came to just like judging music and judging artists. But now I feel like my frustration and my like snobbery comes from more of just like, I don't know, the eat the rich aspect of it all, because all of these people are the richest people, are the people who are the most successful and the people who are making the most money, and they get to do whatever they want because rich people, rules don't apply to them. Fuck celebrities, honestly. And meanwhile, we have like literal angels like Ben Gibbard doing a Postal Service song dedicating to the Postal Service. We stan Ben Gibbard and Death Cab for Cutie and Postal Service in this household. We will have a better chance at going to fucking Glastonbury before any festival here in the United States because people are already announcing tours in Europe because they've gotten things under control. But we're too stupid to do it. And we're still holding like award shows for the MTV Video Music Awards. We have the VMAs happening. We had the motorcycle Sturgis rally where Smash Mouth played and Trapt played to an empty audience. Funniest thing ever. You had the Chainsmokers and the CEO of Goldman Sachs do DJ shit in Connecticut. And then you had some country guy play a festival at a former prison. Why is it that it's MTV, Country Bros, terrible EDM,
and Smash Mouth
that are ruining it for the rest of us? Smash Mouth, we were rooting for you. Trapt, we weren't rooting for because they've been mouthing off on Twitter since the beginning of teen. I don't know how many of you know who Trapt is. They had the Headstrong song. I'll leave a link to Jared Dines' video where he goes on a deep dive about Trapt. It's so funny. Love that guy. Jared Dines, not Trapt. Yeah, oh God. I was so frustrated seeing that MTV just decided to do this. You think people are gonna care about this That's fun. Good for you. Dinguses. I'm gonna give you a song of the day from none of these people because I don't care about them.
Yes, this freaking song. Oh my god.
And I mentioned in a live stream recently that I've just been like fucking jamming to like Japanese pop and Japanese rock. Like I fell down a rabbit hole of anime theme songs and then I really liked it. This particular song, I guess this is the theme song to Demon Slayer, but is the song Gurenge by Lisa. I think that's how that's how it's spelled. But this song is a fucking banger. Oh my god, I did not realize how flawlessly Japanese rock and pop music mixes like scrubby guitars and like distorted guitar riffs with like angelic vocals. I'm like, what? Wizards! Oh, it's so good. The end of the video cut off when I was jamming to Lisa, so I didn't do my outro. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of my content, please subscribe. That'd be very cool. Hit the notification bell if you would like to get notified when I upload things. Thanks so much to my patrons. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the best. Y'all are great. Sound off in the comments the last time you actually gave a shit about Video Music Awards. Not me. Can't relate. Also, these glasses are so cute. These are the style Sadie from Warby Parker, by the way, in case you're wondering. Way cute. I like these a lot. Rachel Whitehurst original, right there. Okay, see y'all in my next video. Okay, bye!